You're on a date with the partner of your dreams. Beads of sweat form on your forehead. Your heart pounds like a drum, and it's all due to the fear that they might not join you in ordering dessert. Hang on, that's not it. You're actually petrified of being rejected. We all know that feeling, don't we? That instant when your tummy becomes a whirlpool, swirling with a mixture of butterflies and terror. That, dear viewers, is the fear of rejection, and it couldn't be more common. It's that irritating, uninvited guest that overstays their welcome and eats your favorite snacks. We encounter it in every aspect of life. It could be in a job interview, rallying the courage to ask someone out, or even trying to return a sweater at a store without the receipt. It's that whisper in your mind that asks, what if they refuse? In no time, you're held hostage by a stream of what-ifs and the worst possible outcomes. But let's face it, this fear of rejection can significantly throttle your sales performance. It's like being a stand-up comic, but instead of floundering on stage, you're constantly faced with rejection. The fear of rejection feeds off your performance, just like it does to our comic friend. It's a cycle. You fear rejection, which makes you hesitant. This hesitation leads to pitches that lack conviction, which further leads to more rejection. It's a never-ending loop. But here's the deal. The fear of rejection isn't your foe. It's more of a well-meaning friend trying to shield you from disappointment. But at times, especially in sales, this friend needs to step aside. So you're terrified of hearing no. Don't sweat it, we've all been there. Even the genius who invented Post-its had his fair share of rejections. But remember, they stuck to it. Pun intended. You're a salesperson. Your livelihood hinges on getting people to say yes, but the word no sends shudders down your spine, and monstrous visions of rejection haunt your dreams. This fear of rejection can grow into a formidable creature, transforming into a huge hurdle on your pathway to success. It's akin to attempting a swim with an anchor tied to your waist, or running a marathon with just one shoe on. Right off the bat, you're at a disadvantage. And it's all because of imaginary rejection monsters. You may see yourself actively avoiding potential clients, fearing their no. You could miss out on a big deal because the fear of negotiation paralyzes you. Heck, start to see no floating around in your alphabet soup. The real blow, the fear of rejection can raise the probability of actually experiencing rejection. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're so terrified of hearing no that you project an air of insecurity which only makes clients trust you less. Eventually they end up rejecting you, and the vicious cycle persists. But here's the truth about rejection. It's non-existent. It's a figment of your imagination, a mere illusion. Remember the monster under your bed when you were a child? Terrifying for sure, but incapable of causing any real harm. The same principle applies to rejection. Yes, it may hurt a bit in the moment, but it's certainly not the end of the world. And that's exactly why overcoming this fear is important. Because once you do, you're free to tap into your full potential, to pursue your dreams without the ominous shadow of fear hanging over you. So, you're tossing and turning over imaginary rejection monsters. But keep in mind, they're just as petrified of you as you are of them, or is that spiders? Anyway, let's move on. You stand at the edge of your fears, armed with your imaginary rejection monster repellent, ready to conquer the world of sales. But what's the plan? Just imagine, you're a salesperson. Not just any salesperson, but a sales knight in shining armor ready to slay the dragon of rejection. What's your plan of attack? You need a strategy, right? And that's exactly what you'll have in next. Step 1. Let's visualize the true face of rejection. It's not a terrifying, fire-breathing dragon, but a harmless paper tiger. Despite its fierce appearance, it can't harm you. It's merely a figment of your imagination, an illusion. Step 2. Build a sense of humor. When you can laugh at rejection, it loses its grip on you. Remember, everybody faces rejection sometimes. Yes, even Brad Pitt. Step 3. Build resilience. You're bound to face setbacks, but it's not about the fall, but how you get back up again that reveals your character. Step 4. Create a vibrant, positive self-image. Visualize yourself as an invincible salesperson, a warrior, a victor. Your mind is a potent weapon. Wield it wisely. Step 5. Shift your perspective. Rather than viewing rejection as a defeat, perceive it as an opportunity for growth, for advancement, for self-improvement. Step 6. Surround yourself with positivity. Avoid the energy vampires, the naysayers who can drain your energy and demolish your self-esteem. Instead, seek the company of positive influences who inspire, motivate, and highlight the silver lining in every cloud. Step 7. Set goals that are within your reach. Set realistic, achievable goals that challenge you and propel you forward. Step 8. Celebrate every victory, no matter how trivial. Every time you conquer rejection, give yourself a hearty pat on the back. You've earned it. Step 9. Don't internalize rejection. It's not a measure of your worth. It's just a life experience. It doesn't define you. And finally, step 10. Believe in yourself. You're capable, you're strong, you're tenacious, you're a rejection-crushing machine. So there you have it, 10 steps to help you confront your fear of rejection. Remember, it's not about eliminating fear, it's about experiencing fear and pushing through it. Now it's time to go out there and show those rejection monsters who's really in charge. Spoiler alert, it's you. You've vanquished your fears, you've defeated your demons, and you've made, well, a sale. But what's reward? Let's explore this exciting chapter of our saga. You've just taken down the intimidating monster of rejection and emerged as the champion. What lies ahead? You're not the same insecure person anymore. You're a self-assured, suave salesperson ready to conquer the world. And that's the first reward. Amplified confidence. This newfound self-assurance is like a brand new suit of armor guarding you against the flaming beasts of doubt and insecurity. As you step into a room, people can feel your confidence. You've got that unmistakable glint in your eyes that declares, I'm prepared to make things happen. With the fear of rejection vanquished, you can concentrate on what you're best at, selling. You're no longer held back by what ifs and buts. Instead, you're focused on the hows and whens. You're presenting ideas with certainty, securing deals with style, and smashing previous sales records. Fear of rejection doesn't ring a bell. And naturally, with greater performance comes greater achievement. You're no longer simply a salesperson, you're a sales mastermind. You're creating ripples, shattering records, and rising rapidly. You're not merely surviving, you're flourishing. Your fear of rejection has morphed into an appetite for triumph, and boy, are you starving. But it's not just about the sales, the records, or the victory. It's about the journey. The journey from a timid salesperson to a self-assured, triumphant, rejection-defeating dynamo. It's about the challenges you've overcome, the fears you've vanquished, and the person you've developed into. And that, my friends, is the real reward. So you're a confident, triumphant, rejection-defeating salesperson. And all because you stopped fearing the word no. Who could have thought it'd be that straightforward? Oh wait, we did.